All right, we're ready to look at some dividing of fractions. We've been looking at multiplying, now we're going to look at dividing. Remember, with dividing, we do the reciprocal of the second fraction, whether it's the whole number fraction or the fraction, okay? So, let's look at some problems. You should have page 103 with you. Again, if you don't, on a piece of notebook paper, just write all of this down, and you can staple it together to this worksheet, okay? So we'll look at the first problem here. We said Ronaldo bought 1 yard of rope. 1 yard rope of strawberry licorice candy is shown in the diagram. Ronaldo and his 3 sisters equally share 1/4 of the candy on Monday. The fraction of the 1 yard rope Ronaldo ate on Monday equals 1/4 divided by 4. What fractional part of licorice rope did Ronaldo eat? So if we look at this, they've given us the problem, 1/4 divided by 4. Sorry, just a second here. 1/4 divided by 4. Remember, we turned 4 into a fraction. But then we have to take 1/4 and we're going to do the reciprocal of the second fraction right here, which would be 1/4. And then in that case, what do? We multiply. Remember that? 1 times 1 is 1, and 4 times 4 is 4. So what fraction of the candy did he eat? Oh, sorry, Miss McGuff is late. She's not thinking straight. Sorry, 4 times 4 is 16, because we do multiply. So what fraction did he eat of that rope candy? He ate 1/16, because when it said he had 1/4, he didn't have 1/4. He had this 1/4 right here. Whoops, sorry. He had this 1/4 right here, because he and his sister ate 1/4 of it all together. And so he had 1/4 of 1/4. All right, so that equals to 1/16. Okay? All right, so we look at the next one here. Mrs. Post baked a rectangular cake. She cut the cake into 3 equal sections and gave 1/3 of the cake to her neighbor, Mrs. Otto. Mrs. Otto cut her section of the cake into 8 equal pieces, as shown in the model. Each piece of the fractional part of the original cake Complete the equation to show the fractional part of the whole cake represented by Mrs. Otto's pieces. Okay, now Mrs. Otto had 1/3 of the cake that she cut into 8 pieces, right? So her 1/3 that she cut into 8 pieces. So we're going to divide that 1/3 by 8. And again, we can turn it into a fraction. We have to then take that 1/3 and we take the 8/1 and we make it 1/8, the reciprocal. And at that point in time, we then multiply. 1 times 1 is 1, and 3 times 8 is 24. So what part of the cake did she eat? She ate 1/24 of the cake. So we would have 1/3 divided by 8 equals 1/24 of the piece. Okay? Well, it's kind of, I think that's what it's asking. Yeah. Okay, so let's go on to number 3. Let's look at it. During a 1-hour television show, 10 minutes were allotted for commercials from sponsors. Each commercial was half a minute long. How many commercials can be scheduled for the allotted 10 minutes? Okay, now we know it's going to be division because I've already told you it's division. Now, one of the things that's going to help you is if you write the numbers in order. We're taking that 10 minutes and we're dividing it by 1/2. All right, because I want to know how many halves go into the 10, not how many 10 minutes go into a half. Okay, so I'm going to turn this into a fraction. Now, again, I'm going to do the reciprocal of which fraction? that would be that second fraction is going to be the reciprocal. So 10 over 1 and 1/2 turns into 2 over 1, right? And again, we multiply. 10 times 2 equals 20. 1 times 1 equals 1. So we look at that. How many commercials can be in there? 20 commercials. Because 20 turns into a whole number. 20 once turns into the whole number of 20. Okay? And if you need to pause at any time, you remember you pause and look at it. Okay, it says Dixon correctly drew a model to match this equation. 3 divided by 1/2 equals 15. Draw a model Dixon could have used. Oh, sorry, 1/5. Okay, so if we do that, we've got 3. We would draw 3 whole squares, because 3 is how many we're dividing into. Right? No, wait, maybe I did that wrong. No, because that equals 15. Hang on just a second. Okay, we're going to look at this. We're not going to worry about drawing the model. We're just going to worry about solving it. And I want you to go ahead and solve 3 divided by 1/5 and find out how that equals 15. I want you to solve that problem. So pause the video and solve it. We're not going to worry about drawing the model. I don't really care about that right now. Okay? Okay, so you should have paused this and you should have solved it. So you take that 3 and it turns into a fraction, right? And you're going to do the reciprocal of the second one. So it's 5 over 1. And now we multiply. And 3 times 5 is 15. And 1 times 1 is 1. Answer is 15. So did you show your work like that? If not, you need to always correct it to make it show that. Okay, so now we're going to ignore that. Now I want you to solve this problem on your own. Okay, I want you to try to solve it. We're going to check it tomorrow in class. All right?